much fighting for this one capture point. We have I Am Diggles, Priest, Pyronaut, Thelonious, Omat, and Ita on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, we are going to have Team with No Name, which has Classy Pimp, Born, Tofu, Baron, Genji, I can't actually pronounce his name, and Senile Dog. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they're going to be coming out with here, because both the team comps looking relatively strong.
Yeah, we are seeing some somewhat traditional stuff. There is a Junkrat. So the Junkrat being piloted by Always Sunny and Phara'delphia is going to be something to keep an eye out for as we go into this match here. Genji on the side of Team with No Name is definitely also going to be something to keep an eye on as well, because Genji, of course, can wreck backlines, and with the Zarya being a little less powerful, as we saw there, combined with the shield, even with the nerf, Junkrat goes down immediately.
Yeah, right now we actually see Reaper being chased down, Reinhardt looking for him as much as he can. I Am Diggle's going to fall there. And right now, it's looking like Team with No Name are going to have ultimate control of the point initially, as there's just not enough people from Phara'delphia sitting here. Reinhardt is still alive, D.Va's still alive, but they just got taken down, and they're not going to be able to do anything with it.
Now, this May pick by Team with No Name is going to be of great service, because you're going to be able to lock this point off and generally be a ginormous headache for It's Always Sunny and Phara'delphia to actually get around, and ironically enough, they may actually have to pull out a Pharah to really get some damage behind that wall.
I like the fact that we're seeing Phara'delphia go around the back line. They have the Reinhardt shield up, trying to get them in there, but there it is, right as you said it. That ice wall from May is going to be a big nuisance for them. They're going to have to be getting in there, getting vigilant as they go. Tracer going to the backline, trying to get some damage down, and it just looks like Phara'delphia is going to be falling apart as a nice Reinhardt ultimate going to get 3, going to allow him to pick up 1 kill, pick up 2 kills, and then there is going to be the 3rd soon, probably as Lucio trying his best to get away.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing what is pretty much an unofficial team wipe minus the Junkrat, as May walls in their own team. I'm not pretty sure Senile Dog, that was accidental from him, but that is going to be an unofficial team wipe in favor of Team with No Name. Team with No Name pulling out pretty strong here. Now, bear in mind, ladies and gents, this is going to be the seeding match, so it's going to be one round decides seeding, so we're not going to go all the way here. So, if this is capped to 99%, the seeding favor will go towards Team with No Name, but Team with No Name will pull out a Genji. Let's see if he can do some work with it.
That's really interesting to see. Right now, he's in the backline. He's trying to get a lot of damage down. I like the fact that Phara'delphia are turning around. There comes Lucio putting down the barrier on everybody. Gonna find 2 kills with his team there, but they're using a lot just to get it. The May ultimate gonna come through and freeze out 3. They're sitting at 80% right now. Team with No Name is getting very, very close to winning this first round.
We did see a Graviton Surge used by Classy Pimp on the Zarya to try and control the D.Va, but able to eject out of that perfectly fine. Pyronaut on the Reinhardt is dropping a bit low. Hopefully he can receive some healing from his team. We do see it's on a Baron by Baron, but Tofu will take out Pyronaut. But meanwhile, Always Sunny and Phara'delphia picks up 2 kills and the revenge kill by Born.
Now we're seeing a pretty nice fight coming out from Phara'delphia. May doing her best to freeze out Reinhardt, going to get some damage down there. They're trying to get control of this map. Lucio running around. Priest going to get taken down there. It's sitting at 99%. It's in the overtime. The only person standing in Team with No Name's way right now is the Lucio, and Pyronaut joining in with him. D.Va going to be throwing out her mecha, trying to get some explosions, and it looks like they might actually be able to turn this around.
Nice use of the Earth Shatter is going to stun both Tracer and the Roadhog. Classy Pimp's going to take out Ass, as we do see Born was taken out by the Earth Shatter with the assistance of the rest of the teammates on Phara'delphia. Genji, though, takes out Diggle. Senile Dog able to get some revenge for his fallen comrades. This cap point is going into overtime in a very drastic way. That fuse is going to go down in very short order should anyone step off the point.
Unfortunately for Phara'delphia, they're getting taken down systematically, 1 by 1. They have been falling. May doing her best to stay alive here. Lucio finally joining, as well as Tracer. They're getting relatively good control of this map. The May all going to be coming down, throwing out some nice ice fields. It's really good for zoning here. It didn't actually freeze anybody, but it allowed them to take the point over, and now they've started their cap.
And now you're going to want to be keeping an eye out on the positioning of Team with No Name. They have 99% worth of meter to work with. Sonic Barrier used a little bit too early, in my opinion. They maybe could have saved that for any kind of Graviton Surge or Genji Blade. Genji Blade is available on the Genji being piloted, Dragon Blade by Team with No Name. Classy Pimp is able to destroy Junkrat Tire being used by Priest before anything too dramatic comes out of that. And this is turning into a bit of a brawl outside the front of the pagoda.
Tofu falling right there is going to put a little bit of a bump in the road for Team with no name, but there is Genji going in as fast as he can with the Dragon Blade, going to get a little bit of damage down,
Dead.
But he gets taken out before he can actually do anything really substantial there. He did take down the Tracer, but it just wasn't really enough. Classy Pimp, though, trying to do his best with this Roadhog.
We did see Baron able to take him out. Let's switch the Baron here. And now this is going to be a battle of ultimates, specifically of the maze. Now, Thelonious is in possession of 3/4 ult charge, so he's able to use that. Maybe he can do something. We will see Roadhog ult used by Classy Pimp. Maybe he can do something with this. Try and get the enemy that is being Phara'delphia off the point, although Earth Shadow was used by Pyronaut.
That's actually looking like it's going to be good right now. Tracer, Born, does have his ultimate up. He can use that if they really need to clear out this point. Right now, they're trying their best to kill Das, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Now we have Mei once again coming in. Really, Thelonious right now has been a big nuisance for Team with no name. They're so close to capping this and getting the point, but with a nice ultimate coming out from Mei, once again going to stop people from getting the point.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for both teams' Reinhardts because this fight has been so all over the gaff that you haven't really been able to sit behind it. Nice hook by Classy Pimp. Classy Pimp's really been doing a service to its team here, getting a lot of frags and more importantly, keeping his arse on the point, which means that the timer won't be ticked down or be capped depending on which way it's going.
Omat's doing a relatively good job, although he did back away from that point. He lost his mech, was forced away. We have Thelonious doing his best to try and keep this from getting capped. It's once again in overtime. Both teams are at 99%, so this is going to be the biggest portion of the fight as more freeze is going to come out. Thelonious is going to fall, Diggle's going to fall, and now it is looking like Pyronaut's the last one left. He's going to fall there. Overtime Fuse going down, and that is going to be the capture.
Team with no name will successfully win the seeding match, so they will have better seeding going into the double elimination bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see if we have any more games coming up in the seeding. So with that, I want to break that down just a little bit before we actually head to the break. Personally, what I liked out of that... Let's actually back on out of the game here. Boop. One thing that I liked there, Gore, was the very, very nice use of the Mei ultimates, and the Mei Wars specifically. The Mei Wars stopped a lot of ultimates, and specifically a lot of the Reinhardt charges. And
it was really beautifully executed pretty much every single time. There were a lot of points for Team with no name. Every time they threw up that Mei wall, it allowed them to continue control of the point. You know, for the first minute of that game, they were pretty much largely uncontested on the actual point. They won that initial team fight, and they were able to keep away It's Always Sunny in Phara'delphia as long as they could, to the point where at the end of it, while they did lose control and honestly almost lost the game towards the end, they were still in control for the most part.
So with that, ladies and gents, we'll be right back. We're going to get the next game up on stream as soon as possible. Don't go anywhere. This is the Java Gaming Cafe Overwatch Tournament. We'll be right back.